Welcome to Kaleidoscope is for IG. Let's talk. She was recognized by Queen Elizabeth II as the 211th Commonwealth Point of Light for her service to disadvantaged children, and she's a global goodwill ambassador. She leads a team of 110 volunteers caring for over 2,000 children in a network of shelters across 8 districts in the country. Deb Edirisinghe is the founder of Child Action Lanka and the Global Child Rights Ambassador Program, and she is currently the Asia Director for the UK-based Epiphany Trust. Among her many accolades is the Kaleidoscope Award, the Women Leadership Award, and the Exceptional Woman of Excellence at the Women Economic Forum. Deborah, so what is the reality when it comes to abandoned and displaced children in Sri Lanka? How has the economic crisis impacted them?
I think the biggest challenge we're facing right now is when families are actually forced for economic gain to have to leave their children and go overseas. This is a stronger form of abandonment that we are seeing these days.
So one thing different about Child Action Lanka is that it strives to keep children within their families. But what happens if those families are economically disadvantaged, finding it difficult to keep their children with them, or, this is the second point, they are abusive?
I think the part of where they find it difficult to keep is something that we come shoulder to shoulder with families to support them by providing children with free education, healthcare, nutrition, with helping them with other issues of guidance and whatever support they need. So like come the beginning of the school year, we provide them all the school equipment, uniforms, everything. So parents don't need to worry about those things. When it comes to food, we're able to provide them with daily meals and sometimes even a packed meal to take back with them. Now, when it comes to the whole child protection thing, that's the tricky one, because yes, it's unsafe, and yes, the ideal situation would be, I suppose, remove the child from that family. But on the other hand, no one else can be a mom to that child, no one else can be family to that child. And though we try to keep them with us and feel like separating them, keeping them in a safer space, give them one chance, and the first thing they do is they run to mom, right? So I think in those situations it's about trying to support, maybe if it's the woman who needs support to take care of her children, how can we support her versus what she's going through? Is there anything we can do on our side? Can we maybe help in practical ways by providing a separate form of shelter, which is also something we do by giving them a refuge and a shelter if they're going through domestic violence or something like that. So I think it's a case by case situation.
So how do we as citizens identify children who have been abused, children who are hungry, for instance? What can we do?
I think children don't keep silent, and children are always showing us signs, and that's one of the things I love about children, because they don't pretend. Unlike as adults, we grow on to pretend, but kids, they're constantly showing us signs, and as a community, as society, our responsibility is to keep our eyes open. Children sometimes they display signs of abuse. They show, sometimes we label them as a naughty child. We label them as a very disturbed child, not realizing why they might have gone into that. So it's often keeping our eyes open. Sometimes they say certain things. They say little things here and there that give us a bit of a clue. When they're hungry, they make it very obvious. So I think as society, our responsibility is probably to keep our eyes and ears open, pay a little more attention to the little human beings around us, probably very helpful, and something that we often ignore.
So you started Child Action Lanka in a very small way, actually cooking meals in your kitchen at home. Now, you've taken Child Action Lanka far. Where is it going now?
From those days when we started with 8 kids, we've gone up to nearly 2,000 children now. We work in 8 different districts. We are about to start up 2 more new. And I think it's been, every center has had its own story. It was not one of those organizations we planned to, grow and make a huge organization of. But every step has been a story, and it's gone from place to place, from center to center, from district to district, and we're up in the north, south, east, west now, and we're looking at opening more centers in the future.
That was Deb Edirisinghe, who is the founder of Child Action Lanka, a network of shelters for disadvantaged children across 8 districts in the country. A huge thank you to the partners on our show: Skills for Inclusive Growth and Australian Aid, Srilanka Life, CDB, The Morning Newspaper, and of course Park Street Gourmet and Zip Zip. You really are the best. If you like Kaleidoscope, subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn.